Welcome back to the lab, horror fiends. I'm Franken-John, joined as always by my co-host, partner in crime, Bride Haylee.
Hey everyone. Tonight we've got a massive panel joining us. The cast and crew behind the upcoming independent slasher, The Bunny, is in the house. Plus, we've got a huge announcement you won't want to miss.
I love announcements.
Dun dun dun.
First up, a quick reminder about our Fresh Blood initiative, which will include Tony as our second installment. Our first was Jude Martiz last week. You should check out that episode. We built this platform to shine a spotlight on independent filmmakers, authors, creature creators, haunt actors, bringing raw horror to life.
If you've got a short film in pre-production, a book coming out, or an indie haunt you want to put in front of our community, hit the link in our bio to submit. We want to feature you next.
Now for a Battle Royale bracket update. The slasher category is officially locked in two huge matchups. Number 1, Halloween, a knocked out number 4, Scream. And number 2, a Nightmare on Elm Street, managed to take down number 3 ranked Friday the 13th, Part 4.
Were you surprised by the outcome?
No, not really.
No.
I don't. Halloween's going to be tough to beat all around.
I agree.
That's why that was one of our first ones, the blueprint, if you will. So,
what about Freddy taking out Jason? I know Jason's your guy.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like I picked Part 4 because that was my favorite. If we did maybe the first one, I don't know. It
would be more of a crowd favorite, you think?
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe. Not sure.
I mean, this may be grounds for divorce, and I'm sorry. I can't really get into the Friday the 13th. They don't do it for me as Nightmare on Elm Street does.
Annulled.
I know. You try to get me to watch it quite frequently, and I don't get, the goosebumps.
If you watch you've only watched like 2, maybe 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jason Goes to Hell's pretty good.
Okay.
New Beginning. Yeah, New Beginning's not that good. Yeah, Goes to Hell's good. I like Jason X. It's futuristic. So yeah, maybe I'll get you to watch one of the other ones.
We'll have to try.
Yeah.
Continue the process.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that sets up an absolute powerhouse final for the slashers. But right now, our new voting is open for the supernatural category, and these matchups are brutal. I've had a hard time deciding my vote myself.
Yeah, these are pretty good. We got number 1 ranked in the supernatural category, The Exorcist, going head-to-head against number 4 ranked Poltergeist, and the number 2 ranked The Shining, facing off against, number 3, The Conjuring. Head over to our socials. Right now, you can cast your votes before the polls close. It's on Threads. You can see some of the shorts on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, and you can drop your vote over there. Who are you leaning towards right now, Hale?
I'm having a really hard time deciding between The Exorcist and Poltergeist. I think I'm going to have to go with The Exorcist. That one's just a little bit more iconic. I feel like it's very boundary pushing too for the time it was released and having to do with demonic possession, the Catholic Church. It's a little bit more taboo than Poltergeist was. But the number 2, The Shining, going against number 3, The Conjuring, maybe I'm in the minority here, but I'm going with The Conjuring.
I would say you're definitely in the minority.
I know. Don't get me wrong, The Shining is also iconic, like The Exorcist. There's so many scenes out of there. There's so many lines, here's Johnny and everything, that everyone knows what you're talking about when those pop up. But The Conjuring, that one really made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. all of the nun little cameo in there. It's not the full movie, but you see her. You know who Valak is.
You do?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
The hide and clap game.
Oh yeah.
That got me.
That's
The
creepy.
chick on the top of the armoire. The chick hanging from the tree. The mom being possessed in the end and trying to kill the children. That really messed with me, I have to say.
Yeah, I mean they're all in the supernatural category, but they all have different niches.
Yes.
All right, so Exorcist is possession. Poltergeist is,
Poltergeist.
Ghost.
Poltergeist haunting. Yeah.
Shining is just, I guess, not necessarily possession. I mean,
Influence?
There's ghosts, yeah. And the Conjuring is just.
Oh yeah.
I don't like the. So on Threads, I did post that one post about if you could only watch one genre of horror for the rest of your life, what would it be? I picked slashers, but somebody picked psychological horror, and these are the ones that they cited. Shining, stuff like that, and I said, oh, like head games. They're like exactly.
Some psychological horror though can be good. Some don't sit right with me. If I don't understand, and maybe I'm feeble-minded, I don't know. If I need to Google what the end of a movie means, I don't want to watch it.
Well, are we talking about? Well, it's not psychological, but back rooms. Like I don't know. Like
it was a little weird. Backrooms and Obsession came out right around the same time. Similar productions, if you will, with it being a lower budget and a YouTube director and things. So very similar foundations, but I feel like Obsession. I would watch Obsession again.
Oh, without a doubt.
I don't think I'll watch Backrooms again, and maybe because I don't understand the lore, the backstory, the video games all behind it, but it just was not my cup of tea.
I'd agree, but I might watch Backrooms again just to like sometimes you watch it a second time. Like, oh, I missed that.
True.
So maybe I'll pick up on some cues, or
right.
Maybe I will do a little research and figure out the lore type thing.
I wouldn't be against that.
Because as we're watching it, I'm like, I'm liking this a lot. Because it's so bizarre, it's so twisted. Like
it was eerie. It gave off that eerie feeling, that eerie vibe, that feeling that, hey, I've been here before, but you really haven't. But everything just seemed so deja vu, like relatable.
And each back room that they went into just got weirder and weirder. So I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? And then something weird, I'm like, I don't understand. Like I just figured this part out, and now something else gets thrown at me, and I don't understand again. Like eating that guy, like oh, you can eat it, and it's like pulling fat out, and I'm like, what the
yeah.
How would you even like be like, oh, I'm trapped in this. Let me see if I can pull this guy apart, eat him.
But from what I understand, Backrooms was kind of self-created to where anybody could kind of contribute a piece to the Backrooms, the lore, the story.
It feels that way.
Right. So
you get a room.
Yeah.
You get a room.
So I think maybe that's what it is, to where just kind of a bunch of everybody's own warped, messed up thoughts thrown together, and hopefully it sticks. I don't know. If you guys have theories or a better understanding of the Backrooms, please leave a comment, drop us a line somewhere, and enlighten us, because I want to like it, but I'm struggling. I have an open mind. I'm ready, but I need help.
Agreed. Talking about warped, messed up thoughts, let's bring in Tony Massaro and his crew on The Bunny. We're going to talk a little bit more about independent horror. And Tony, welcome to the show.
So welcome to the lab. I'm Franken-John. As always, this is my new bride, Bride Haylee.
Congratulations, by the way.
Congratulations, yeah.
Thank you.
And we're joined in our lab, so to speak, with Anthony Massaro and his merry group of friends from The Bunny. Tony, you want to introduce everybody and what their role in the production of the film is, please?
Of course, I would be more than happy to. This is Kathleen Ferrell O'Connor. She's the leading lady, the actress of The Bunny. She plays Jenny in the short film of The Bunny. And she is one of the most amazing, talented actresses in the state of Connecticut. She has done numerous independent films, and she is an absolute joy. And the gentleman right below is Thomas Anthony. He is my assistant to the project and also actor. He is going to play a role where he is going to walk onto the set. The right character's name is Ralph, and the bunny is going to Oz. So Tom is going to help me on set of the bunny and play the role of Ralph.
I'm going to be dead quick.
Spoilers. So
They are two of the best people I could ever imagine to work with.
if they're as dedicated to this film as you are, I could not disagree with you. I'm sorry, I could not agree with you more. My goodness.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
So let's get into it. So Tony, you had approached me probably about a month ago.
Yeah.
Just talking about, you had this, it was about 100-page movie treatment, if you will, right?
It's actually 108 pages.
108,
Wow.
okay. It basically started with a mask that you bought off a rack, right?
Yeah.
And there's a short YouTube video at the Connecticut Horror Fest that hit approximately 1,600 views, right?
I was going to say I purchased the mask from Family Dollar, and then I went and constructed a costume, and then attended Connecticut Horror Festival in the rough draft of the costume, and then shot the YouTube video.
Wow.
Already Dollar General. I mean, that's great. I mean, you're saving money already.
Yeah, exactly.
So what was the exact moment that you realized that, the bunny wasn't just a con costume, but a character that could carry a 108-page feature film?
Well, when I started it, after I shot the YouTube video, I noticed it had done pretty good. So I went into my mother-in-law's house and I thought to myself, if Damien Leone can create Terrifier by putting a clown on a train station,
Yep.
I can do the same principal concept with my idea. I noticed the YouTube video had grown in popularity. I went to the Connecticut Horror Festival. People love the idea. So everything starts small. So if I could very simply go with the same concept as Damien Leone, I think I really had a character and a creation that people would really enjoy and like. And then I started writing the story, rough draft, pen and paper. And that story grew and grew and developed into a 100-page manuscript, though it didn't come easy.
Wow.
So when this horror fest in Connecticut, how large are we talking? Is it like, a few? Is it 100 films? How large is it?
Well, Connecticut Horror Festival doesn't show films. It's a horror festival. They have plenty of vendors. They have celebrity guests. And it's more like a convention, more or less, where you go and you interact with horror actors, actresses, meet vendors, etc. I didn't have any intention of really dressing up as the rabbit at all. He was in a very, very rough draft. And I put it on and I walked in and walked around and people loved it. So after that, I went ahead, shot the YouTube video and started writing the bunny. And it's been dedication through and through.
So like we actually go to we have one around here called Monster Mania in the tri-state area. And we go pretty often, and kind of like you said, there's a bunch of vendors and there's a bunch of independent horror movie enthusiasts. And now I kick myself because now what we're doing with the podcast and speaking to individuals like you, we could have tapped into some of those people, but there is one here near the end of August, middle of August that we hopefully we'll go and hopefully tap some of those. Robert Englund's going to be there.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Bunch of people from Friday the 13th Part 4, I think.
Welcome to Derry.
Yeah.
The series. Yep. There's going to be a few people there too.
So,
That's
so yeah, we should be paying attention.
Yeah.
We could find another diamond in the rough, like the bunny.
Yeah, we're actually, if everyone goes according to plan, the plan was to, after the August 22nd, 2026 shoot, was to go to the Connecticut Horror Festival and kind of promote the film even more.
When's the next?
What was that? Haley, I didn't hear you, hon.
When is the next film festival?
Well, we're presenting to the Bridgeport Film Festival in 2027. That date hasn't approached yet, but the next Connecticut Horror Festival is August the 23rd. So it's like simultaneously a rehearsal, which we're all attending, is August the 21st, 2026. The shoot is August 22nd, 2026, and then Connecticut Horror Festival is August 23rd, 2026.
So I'm the question's begging me. Did the bunny come to you like in a dream, or did you run through it like maybe the pillow or bark? They don't really roll off the tongue. So the bunny.
So the bunny is something that kind of just came to me naturally. As somebody who wrote a 100-page script, as somebody that created the idea, the principle behind it, honestly, it just came to me naturally. So when I constructed the mask and I did the YouTube video, the idea and the concept of the bunny hybrid, the man that became something he did not want to be, the idea really came naturally to me, that I wanted to create a film about a man that became something he did not want to be. And that was the basic sole principle of what the story started running into, was a transformation, man turned transformed into rabbit. It just really came naturally to me.
Cool.
It's pretty cool. So as you said, you wrote about a man who became something he did not want to be. You had your original co-creator walk away after the first draft. And later a production deal fell through in Virginia. How were you able to pick yourself up from that and just keep trucking along and see the light at the end of the tunnel?
With that, I'll tell you, I always refer to it as one thing. I say this, it always calls me back to it. So there have been points when Marshall exited the project, when Kirby exited the project. They had left, and I always wanted to give up. I always did. But there was something about the bunny that always called me back to it, and I just could never walk away from it. No matter what I tried to do, no matter how many times I wanted to put it down, I kept going back to it. So despite losing 2 people, I just kept going. It's just my drive and initiative to want to create this, and my dedication to the project just drives me to do it. It's hard. Ultimately, when you lose your co-creator, when you lose your producer in the exit, and then you're left on your own. And one of the saddest things and the hardest things to go through, and Kathleen and Tom both know this, and I tell them, is when you are left alone with a project on this level, to keep going, it's one of the hardest things you can do. It's just you have to love your project. That's the way I want to put it. If you love your project and you're dedicated to your project, you can overcome these obstacles and create these amazing things. And I found, and even though Kirby and Marshall are no longer here, I have the best team I could ever possibly ask for. I have a team of 7 people. Kathleen is one, Tom is another, and the other ones are here as well. For every door that closes, another one opens, and you just have to keep going.
That's an amazing outlook.
I was just going to say, the positivity.
Very positive, yeah.
Tony, are you? Don't take this wrong. Are you religious? I mean, with that positive,
Actually, I'm not religious. I'm just a very wise man. I'm honestly not religious at all.
Very inspirational, that's for sure.
Thank you.
When the co-producer pulled out, was there any reason given? Did you feel like the project is inferior, that's why they're pulling out on me?
No, honestly, with Kirby of Wicked Lantern, she truthfully had a lot of personal reasons going on. Honestly, that's the truth. Her daughter had Crohn's disease. She had trouble selling her house. So I think it was just she had a lot going on at the time, and she just had to walk away. No begrudges. No, it's personal reasons.
Okay, fair enough. That's cool. Kathleen and Thomas, stepping onto an indie horror set, fueled purely by passion, hits differently from a standard set. what drew you both to Tony's script and vision for the bunny?
For it to be great. I want it to be, we want it to be one of the better horror flicks that are out there. Not like the ones on Tubi where, oh my God, they're terrible. Most of them are terrible. But we want this to be really, we want it to stand out to people.
I agree with Tom all the way. It's amazing the passion that Tony has for this project. And I really haven't really seen a producer, director, actor in the short amount of time that I've known Tony to be as creative and dedicated as Tony is to this project. And I have to say, I love horror. So this is my genre. And I can't wait to get killed by the bunny.
Here's to the bunny.
Here's to the bunny.
Thomas, it's funny that you say on Tubi. Haley laughs at me. I sometimes I will go on Shudder and Tubi and I look for like half a skull, 1 skull rating to just try and find those real cheesy, campy ones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
you'll find some good ones. Most of the time, they are pure crap.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them you look at your phone, you're like, I could probably make a better movie. With my phone.
That's kind of like when I go with the bunny. I said, geez, the bunny is 100 pages of quality, and these people get funding for this. Now I have to fight for it.
Yeah, it's amazing how they get on there.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that, Tom. I'll sit there with my husband. I'll be watching a movie and I'm like, how did this get on here? But
exactly.
And I have to keep watching it because I don't know if it's going to get any better or if it's just going to get worse.
Exactly. My mother-in-law is a huge Tubi fan. She drives me nuts.
And I always say in the background, oh, it probably cost $100 to make the movie, but that's
Now I'll tell Hale, I'll look at my watch. I'm like, if somebody doesn't die in about 10 minutes, we're turning this off. Like, this is a waste of my time.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I love all the zombie movies, the horror movies.
And Tom, kind of like you said, or Kathleen, you said, I wonder when people write these, who are they talking to say, that's a great idea? You have to pitch that to a studio, because if anybody loved these people that say, dude, that's pure crap, you're going to embarrass yourself.
It's amazing how they get funding. It really is.
In charge. They shouldn't be in charge if they're putting crap on there, and they're the ones that are approving it to go on there.
Yep.
All right. Tom, as you're wearing 2 hats in the project, both as assistant director and then also an actor in the movie. How are you and Anthony kind of divvying up, making sure you don't get burnt out, work overload?
Oh, well, this will be my first time doing this, so this will be my first time. So whatever he wants me to do, that's what I'm going to do. I know how to operate a camera, so it shouldn't be too hard. And watching some of those horror flicks on Tubi or whatever, you watch the people taking videos of the background and everything. So I'll just follow my instincts, and whatever he tells me to do, I'll do it.
To piggyback off that, Tom, and actually Tony, what background do you have in filmography? Or is he, obviously no disrespect, but are you learning as you go along, or, did you go to school for it?
So I'm going to put this politely. I am a literal complete amateur. I've never made a film. I've never done anything like this on any level. But in regards to the rest, I am learning as I'm going along. So I have 2 digital cameras, 2 tripods, 2 remotes, and I have walkie-talkies, and I'm going on the 21st, me and Tom, and the rehearsal takes place. We're going to go over exactly how to operate the digital cameras, but they're pretty self-explanatory. So I'm an amateur who's never made a film in his entire life going into this kind of blind. But I learned along the way. I'm educating myself. I'm learning. I've been planning this for about the past 7 months leading up to my ability. Tom and Kathleen have both seen videos of my progress on how I'm learning to do this. And that's exactly what we're doing. I've tested both the cameras. both have better studio quality microphones with the ability to stop and pause at the same time.
Well,
So self-education.
You saw my recent short with the
I did
review last week.
It was bad.
Oh my God.
I've been.
I tested everything. I tested the microphone, tested this. And sure as crap, when I needed it to work, it did not.
That's the way it always is.
Exactly.
Been there. That's why, John, honestly, I'm testing the cameras repeatedly. I'm setting them up. I'm making sure that when that remote just pause, start, it's making sure it works. I'm not taking any chances. I actually work full-time in retail. So I work 44 hours a week for Stop and Shop. I don't have any experience in making any films. My life is retail. I'm a guy on drive and passion and educating himself.
And that also lends to, you're not picking up bad traits, or you're not learning from somebody who sucks, so to speak. So as you're learning, you're really learning and you're applying that the correct way. So, that says a lot about your dedication and your drive and focus. So good on you, man.
Thank you. And I've got a great team. Like I said, Lance is not here right now, but Lance is already an up-and-coming producer. He's on film sets. He worked recently on a very successful film called The Hive, and he's part of Indie Horror Junkie. He is our editor for the project when the final... So after August 22nd, 2026, Lance is going to edit this footage. So Lance is like my Jedi Master, and I'm his Padawan. So I'm going, yes, Master Lance.
Kathleen, as one of the leading ladies of this slasher, without spoiling the plot, what can you tell us about your character's dynamic in facing off against the bunny?
Well, I don't think she has a clue, to be honest with you. And I think that's what's going to be very attractive to this piece that Tony has written, is because there's going to be a little bit of, what should I say, surprise?
Yes, or quote unquote, what lurks in the woods.
Yes. I wasn't going to say that, Tony. I was just going to leave it like that.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I didn't want to do anything that I shouldn't say or do to spoil anything, but it's my thing. So I know I'm going to have fun and I'm going to bring it. I am going to bring it for Tony.
So we have some good twists, not your, like we said, Tom, any Tubi, well, this is obviously going to happen type thing.
Right.
Right.
You think it'll be predictable, right, Tony?
Oh, yeah.
You had said earlier, Tony, you guys are filming at Veterans Park in Watertown, Connecticut.
Yep.
What are the logistics like when shooting slasher scenes in a public park space? Like, do you have to get a permit? Do you have to tell the cops, hey, there's not a real murder going on here, please don't arrest us and tase us type thing?
Well, this was pretty basic. So I got permission from the park. I called the park. I got permission from the park, not once, but twice, and explained to them what was going on. And I have an email from them, and I got confirmation from the park explaining what I was doing, and I have consent from them.
So you're not cordoning off anything, right? It's just, so someone's jogging, they're now an extra in the film. Or
More
do
or
you,
less, yeah.
right? So you can't, like I said, you can't cordon off things. So if somebody does see a bunny running with blood, they could call 911.
Yeah, but we have permission from the. I'll cover that. Yeah, we have permission from the park. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you could get free police interaction. It might be for a good story.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But
right.
I did get permission from the park and explained to them what I was doing.
Okay, fair enough.
Good.
We were just watching it. We just saw the new Jackass the other day, and they were talking about. I don't know if you're familiar with some of the older Jackasses.
Yeah.
But Johnny Knoxville he was dressed up like a prisoner in a jumpsuit, and he went into like a hardware store, was trying to get a hacksaw to hack off his cuffs or whatever. And they called the cops, and the cops came, and they almost shot him. So they're like, how stupid are you to do something like this. So I just don't want the bunny to get gunned down.
No. I mean, like I said, I called the park, I emailed the park, I got permission to shoot there, explaining to them what we were doing. So we should be covered on that.
All right, fair enough.
I didn't want to, you know what I mean? I just don't want to go there and just do this without getting permission from the park first.
Right.
Mhm. I think in Terrifier too, the laundromat scene.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure people called the cops on that one too.
Oh yeah, very, very possible.
I was
Yeah.
I was actually in a web series where one of the scenes, well, I wasn't. Let's just put it this way: we had some visitors that came on scene that didn't really realize what was going on and thought it was like a real incident. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Did that add to it? Like, did you have, now you have onlookers, like, what's going on? And it actually could hype
No,
up.
actually 3 or 4 people had called the police in this particular incident.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, they showed up on scene, and nobody was really reprimanded or anything. It was an educational experience. That's all for the filmmaker, and it was interesting. It was a learning experience for me.
Oh, I could imagine.
And it was at my house.
Oh,
I wasn't doing any directing. I was just standing over in the side, like, okay, I'm just doing my part.
Grab your popcorn.
Yeah.
See how this pans out.
Start recording. Tony, you've brought together, as you keep praising your team. You have such an awesome group of
Thank you.
local talent. What makes the Connecticut indie horror scene feel so tight-knit and supportive right now?
So I feel that it's just building a connection, getting to people to get involved with independent horror projects. It really brings communities together and really brings individuals together with common interest involved. Our passion, our love for making independent horror films, realizing that small ideas can become something larger. It's so hard to try to be on your own and trying to convince others to join exactly in a dream that you created. Like for me, I created an original bunny slasher. It sounds good, but how are you going to do this without budget, funding, and trying to convince people? I think when an opportunity is given, when someone says, I have an idea and a story, and you have a plan in place for what you want to go to, and you start talking to people, opportunity is just something that I think people kind of turn to.
So, Tony, with all the shorts and all the promotion that you've been doing, have people reached out saying, hey, I have this skill, I can help, those types of things?
I wish I could say yes, but it's more or less me reaching out to them still. I'm very prominent on my social media sites, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and more or less I still find myself people having to reach out to others. Though when I did start recently, before I found Amy, I've had 2 people reach out to me regarding a photographer position again, because we just acquired Amy Carroll. Part of that is, I think because I am up and coming, because I am very independent, because I don't have a budget, because I don't have funding, there's a level where people aren't really going to take you that seriously. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's just because of that reality.
Did you try going the Kickstarter Indiegogo? Did you think about doing something like that?
I already did, and I do have a Crowdfundr started. It was Crowdfundr, thebunnyfilm.com. Tom and Kathleen have both seen it. It's still there. And we did the perks with our custom designed bracelets, buttons, stickers, and I even did bunny bundle boxes for a while. Kathleen and Tom both bought one. Very appreciative of that. They have the bracelets, the artwork, etc. And unfortunately, the Crowdfundr just didn't take off. Resting at $145 still.
So is it still open, or
Yeah.
you closed it?
Nope, still open. I didn't close it yet.
All right, we'll try and get those links out and see
Yeah.
if we
Thank
can some response, because I mean, like, every little bit helps, right? I mean,
That's
$20.
100%. Just
Yeah.
by you guys having me and my team on the podcast, this is tremendous. I really, really, really appreciate your help. And the rest of the team does as well. Tom and Kathleen and the rest of us. We appreciate this.
All right, so the ultimate goal is editing the final footage with Lance and submitting to the Bridgeport Film Festival in 2027.
Yeah.
Tony, where can the listeners go right now to join your Facebook group and support the bunny?
So I have 3 primary social medias. It's TikTok, TikTok. I'm trying to think. Well, my Instagram is Die Hard Horror Tony. My YouTube is Legend of Bunny 39, and my TikTok. I'm pretty sure I can look it up or provide it. I'm drawing a blank right now, but I believe it's Darkness is Reality. That's my TikTok. So those 3 primary sources of social media can be used to find me and the team as well. And then I have my Facebook page for the bunny, the official one.
So the 108 pages, how much film do you think that's going to yield? What is the goal as far as the length?
Runtime.
So manuscript is 108 pages. It's a minute per page. So the bunny in its entirety is 108 minutes.
So it's not necessarily a short film then. I mean, what is the definition of a short film? Is there a standard?
Well,
Like
I believe
20 minutes?
a short film is what, Tom? About an hour and a half, probably is the definition of a short film.
Yeah.
About an hour. So the entirety of the bunny, 108 minutes. So it's a little over an hour. I'm pretty sure it would be considered a short film, more or less.
How do I phrase this? Are there plans for the bunny 2 yet, or are you going to see how it goes?
Well, if we're going to shoot the 2-minute scene, hopefully after the Bridgeport Film Festival, we get funding. Tom and Kathleen always tell me I'm totally 100% going to get funding after the Bridgeport Film Festival. I'm a little more, that's where I get a little, like, my confidence comes into play. But more or less, if you see the entirety of where the bunny, the 108-page manuscript is, and where it ends, it lines up for a sequel. Because I will tell you this much without spoiling my script, a character that was once thought to be gone in the beginning of the story of the bunny may or may not still be present.
Do we get like a post-credit scene?
Yeah, you do, actually. You do, and you see, I could tell you this. So the bunny is not just the bunny. There is a collection of characters that I created. So Montgomery J. Clint is the adversary of the bunny. Montgomery J. Clint and the bunny have battled it out for 3 epic battles, and they're gory, they're intense, I'm not going to lie, but the character ensemble are in there. So more or less, yes, it does set the bunny up for a bunny 2 and independent films for the other characters as well. So Blood Sage is the demon of eternal darkness. I've already started writing his manuscript. It's 10 pages long. I've kind of had to put a little hiatus because I'm busy working full-time and crafting the bunny. So we're not just talking about the bunny. We're talking about a series of films that incorporate the other characters within the bunny's universe.
Wow.
So see, the aardvark and armadillo can be. Who knows?
Yep. Short films are considered 30 to 50 minutes.
There we go. Tom has the answer.
So then this is then considered a full-length feature film then, right, Tom?
It's going to be a little more, right? It's going to be an hour and what? An hour. What is
Hour
it?
and a half, hour and 40
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The goal is, like I said, to get funding for the 108-page film, and we can get that done. That's fantastic. It's just hard because you're competing on no budget and your gut in your entirety to keep going and your diehard drive to do it.
Well, and like, we pointed out many, many, many times already, your dedication, passion, and drive is probably intoxicating, right? So when you show that effort, Kathleen and Tom and everybody else in the group, that's why they're so dedicated and stand behind you, because they don't, you're not faltering.
No. It's contagious.
Right.
It seeps to me. Yeah.
And I was scrolling last night and I saw the short that you made with us. I'm like, who the hell is using our logo? I'm like, oh shit.
I hope you liked it. I tried my best, even though the bunny didn't come out looking like funny, but I tried.
Really sinister looking, but I was caught off guard. I'm like, someone's using our stuff. It was really funny though.
It's amazing what he did with that costume.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that costume.
Thank you, Tom. He's crafted from real rabbit's pelt. So that was like the final revision. I was able to order Rabbit's pelt off Amazon, and I have done the draft of the Rabbits so many times. And eventually, when I started working on him again, I ended up deciding to do it around real Rabbit's pelt. So that costume, the mask, is just a Family Dollar mask. I bought it Family Dollar. That was it. I cut the eyes out, put clear transparent fabric across the front, crafted fabric, and molded it around a motorcycle helmet. And then that was the first, decorated with blood. And then eventually I started getting more and more technique, and I did real Rabbit's pelt around the front.
Wow.
Of the entire face. I crafted it all my own. I'm very proud of it. I'm a very, like Kathleen and Tom both say, I'm very creative. I can craft and design really and write amazingly. I'm very, very, I just have a creative sense.
I don't know if you watched our interview with Jude last week, but we were talking about, how practical effects are just way better than CGI, and how CGI a lot of times falls flat and looks fake. So, the realism that you're putting forth into crafting the mask and the costumes or whatnot, it just, bless you, it just goes to show again, the dedication and, trying to really keep in character and do the bunny right,
Yeah, I'm 100% definitely getting there. I mean, I wish I could get the vision 100% perfect on the helmet in itself. That part I'm still getting a little bit, but the character, the costume is superior. I've done 7 or 8 drafts of the bunny's original costume, and this one just seems to fit right. He's actually a very, very popular person. So when I go to conventions or I go to horror cons, etc., and I wear this costume, people love the bunny. I've gained numerous followers. People love the bunny. Kathleen and Tom could tell you it's a very, very, it's an amazing idea with an amazing concept.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So when you do get the funding and you can actually make, the bunny exactly what you want, you already have vision as to what the final product's going to be then, yes?
Yes, absolutely. I have it right inside my mind. Like when we go to Veterans Park on August the 22nd, I already have this scene in my mind with exactly the way I want to do it. I'm a very visual person and a very creative person, and the creativity just kind of branches off out of me. So I have exactly the way I want to do this film down to a science. I really do. I live, breathe, and love my project. And Tom and Kathleen and the rest of the team, they know this. It's something, I put it this way. The bunny is a part of me. So I am Tony. I am the creator. These, Tom, Kathleen, and them, they are as much of it as me. It's not just my project. It's all of our project. And my passion and my creativity is with them as much as it is with me. And I couldn't be more grateful for them.
And that's again a good outlook. As you're learning to do all these things, you're not afraid to take guidance or input. Somebody maybe has a better idea, or well, maybe you could do this or whatever. You're not pompous enough to say, "Oh no, we're only doing it this way" or whatever. You're open to other inputs or whatever. So that's great.
Absolutely. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Actually, I made this hat the other day, so I'm very proud of it. This is my own custom design. I took my hat and I just created it naturally. Part of my creative insight.
Excellent.
Any help is appreciated.
Right.
Got it right on the money.
Exactly. Any last words, guys?
Well, Tom, you go first.
I didn't know Tony from Adam. I met him on Facebook. He was looking for people, and I said I would help out because I'm into horror, and anything that has to do with horror. So when I contacted him right away, we hit it off.
And we have been ever since.
Yeah,
I love
we've
it, Tom.
had it ever since. And Kathleen too. I met Kathleen on his site, so that's how I know Kathleen also.
Yeah, and that's exactly how I met Tony. Was I actually approached him through a social media platform and asked him if he would need any extras in his film. And here I am with this great team, and I'm so excited. I loved like I said, I love to get killed. That I've been killed. I don't know how many times I've been killed in some of the films that I've worked in. That's my part of the genre, is being killed. So I love it. The more the better.
So then, Kathleen, my question of, are you the last girl is definitely not. If you're getting all the time. The final girl.
No final girl.
The final girl. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, the gorier the better. So I just very, very, very honored to be working with this team.
Excellent.
Very honored.
Well, I will tell you this. I just want to, since we're doing this, I just want to tell anyone who is doing what I'm doing from a perspective, don't stop creating and don't stop achieving your dreams, and know that what you're doing and what you're creating and what you are planning to bring, no matter how small your idea is, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how difficult it may be, keep going and keep creating and keep achieving your dreams, and start with an object and just go with it and write a story, and don't care what people think. And one day you'll have a team of people who are following you and admiring your strength. And as always, I like to finish my thing. Here's to the bunny. And that's just what I'd like to say.
I want Journey, Don't Stop Believing, to be playing right now.
Yeah, that's a good,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I think we could put that on a bumper sticker, but it's going to be a very long bumper
Yeah,
sticker. But very positive words, Tony. Thank you for that.
I do my best. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much for having me, and keep in touch with me. I always like to, keep in touch base, just like I do with my team every single day.
For sure. And thanks again for coaching us, Tony. It was really great speaking with you and doing this together.
Yeah.
You too.
Absolutely. Tom and
All right.
Kathleen,
Nice
I'll
meeting
talk to you guys
Thank you.
soon. Thank you so much.
Good luck
All
with
right, thank
everything.
you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Take care.
I want to thank Tony Massaro, Kathleen Ferrell O'Connor, and Thomas Anthony for stopping by the show. But they didn't really stop by. I guess they stopped by the internet and talked to us.
They virtually stopped by our lab
They met us on Google.
in the meta universe.
Yes. Haley, you have some sort of huge mid-show announcement you want to talk about?
I do? Really?
That's what you said.
You sure about that?
You teased. Oh, we can end the show now. Okay.
No. Do not roll the credit. Oh, yeah, roll the credits and we'll make our own post-credit scene.
Nice.
We are officially attending this year's Halloween Horror Nights.
We are?
We are.
Oh, cool.
Whip out that credit card. Let's go. Yes, we are attending this year. It looks as if our dates are lining up to where we might be hitting the opening night, which will be a first for us.
Oh,
Usually
Christ.
we go later on in the season. This is going to be a first going for the first time. This year, it looks really, really strong, not only with their original concepts, but with their IP houses.
Before we go, we'll have to rewatch our own podcast show and follow our own survival guide.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm beyond pumped. We every year that we go, they have a speculation map pretty much the day after the final final night
next year,
and everyone speculates, and they have these maps with like little emoji icons, and they're like, oh, there's a wheel. Well, it could be this, it could be this. Yeah. So it's interesting to see, and we talked about this on the show, but it's interesting to see what those
morph into.
What they actually culminate into.
Although I feel like the spec maps this year have been pretty accurate with what was announced.
I don't remember, to be honest.
Looking at the IPs real quick, they speculated Hellraiser, we're getting Hellraiser. They speculated Sinners, we're getting Sinners. They speculated Evil Dead Burn, we're getting Evil Dead Burn. They speculated, dun dun dun, Ozzy, we're getting Ozzy.
So yeah, I guess they were right.
Yeah, kudos to them.
Very nice.
I wonder, does management know who the leak is?
Well, is it a? What do you mean? You mean when the spec match?
Yeah, like who's giving the inside information? And in a way, do they care?
I was just going to say.
Again, any publicity is good publicity.
Right.
So even if they're sitting here trying to speculate and starting rumors and throwing things around, let them.
Right. I mean, look at all the videos we watch. Mm-hmm. I mean, Kevin has an update every day with trusses and electrical wires
cord.
and shit like that. So, yeah, I mean, it just generates the hype of what it can and cannot be. And all the tweets, the Murdy and stuff like that. So
it's a nice community. It really is. There's just, I don't even know what word I want to use. It feels like everyone shares a common interest, a common goal, and everyone's just looking to have a good time. So we definitely enjoy it. I don't know about you, but I'm a little nervous going this time in the summer. It's probably going to be a bit hotter than going, the end of October, beginning of November, like we usually do. But we will make the best of it, and I'm sure have a great time.
Always will.
Mm-hmm.
I know we say it every year. We end up rushing through it. We don't really get to enjoy the scare zones, the food and drink and stuff, because all the they do themed things, right? Mm-hmm. So they have themed drinks and food, and the scare zones are very well crafted as well, and we kind of just walk through them to get to the next house. But they like Hale said, the IPs are always fantastic, and the independent, the originals, ones, that they come out with, for the most part, I've enjoyed. Some of them I'm like, that was gay.
Some of the originals blow the IPs out of the water, just with their creativity and their technology that they come up with, and they are constantly pushing the boundary, pushing the envelope, trying to make the following year better than the last. This year hasn't even started yet, and the creative team is already talking about next year's.
Yeah, like the Yeti one, that was really cool. Mm-hmm. What was the one where the guy sold his soul to the devil for music? I don't remember the name of that one.
I don't either, but I know what you're talking about.
And then of course the icons, right? So you got Jack and Oddfellow, right? Mm-hmm. So they always, I mean, I've only gone to it 4 or 5 times now.
Right.
Do they always have an icon?
For the most part, yeah. Sometimes the icons are bigger than others. Sometimes the icons were IPs. So it just depends on what the year is and what they're bringing to the table.
Whoa, what do you mean? How can an icon be an IP if they made them up?
Oh, like the icon that year would be Leatherface, Freddy versus Jason, something along those lines. So it's not
director or storyteller or any of those?
No, not always.
Okay. How many icons, how many Universal, how many Halloween Horror Night icons are there?
Quite a few.
Well, I remember the one year where they had them all battle or whatever. There was 8 there. And
I'd say there's more, yeah.
We'll have to look into that.
Even, what was the one that was the twins a couple years ago? It was Sinister and I forget the second one.
Demonica or something?
It was something. So even not necessarily your, really in the front of you icons. Sometimes they come up with obscure ones that kind of are, kind of aren't. They are for that year.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it'll be a good time as always, and hopefully Kennedy can walk and not pull an Agnes, and we can get through it. And
I know we dog on her, but I got a hard time walking sometimes. That walk through City Walk back to the bus or your car or whatever it is, however you got there, it fucking sucks, dude.
I won't. I'm down 60 pounds. I'll be toit like a tiger.
And you can't feel your freaking feet, Captain Diabetes.
I'll be skipping down there. La, 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 la. Look at me. I'm light.
Well, us unfortunate folk who don't have diabetes still feel their feet. So my feet are going to be hurting.
So you're at the disadvantage because you don't have diabetes.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Because I feel my feet.
I mean, I feel them. Like they get tired.
Look at me. I'm rolling my eyes. Do you see me?
All right, I'll put that GIF on there like I always do. I actually have it saved. It's on lockdown. You roll your eyes so much. But yeah, it's very wild looking at both ends of the horror spectrum. We got multi-million-dollar theme park haunts that we're going to be going to, versus passionate indie creators like Tony and Jude building practical lore from the ground up. The FBI, again, that's why we put it together. So hopefully we can keep that going and get some more fresh blood on the air and work with some other fantastic folks.
Yes, definitely. So keep supporting indie horror. Cast your votes in the Supernatural Battle Royale. And we'll see you all next time in the lab. Until then, remember, stay stitched together.